I wanted to show the event listener functionality for the Payroll Control Center that was released in Q2 2016 for SAP as well as SAP Employee Central Payroll. So to start this demo, I've already set up the Payroll Control Center and ran my pre-payroll or monitoring process, and this identifies all the payroll issues that I have before I ever start my production payroll. So in this example, I have 4 errors or policy deviations that have been identified. I can click this edit button to click into them. And then these are the different folders which have the validation rules. So net policy validation, I can see I have multiple entries in here. The one that has returned a value has been employees with positive deductions. So this could happen if someone goes in and keys in a recurring payment or deduction, a deduction in particular, as a negative value. So those of you that have worked with SAP know that this has to be a positive value as it's set up as a deduction. So the system already knows that it's negative. But with the event listener functionality, every time someone goes in and updates employee master data, the system's going to track that on a table. So right now I just turned it on, so there's no entries in there where the system is tracking the changes. However, now if I go in and I update this to fix my error, so I'm going to change this negative to a positive. I'm going to save this. Now I can go back to this table and take a look. The system tracked that I made a change to this. And at this point, in order for the event listener functionality to work, I just need to run a standard report that basically just takes that master data change happened and then reruns this against all the configured validation rules. So I can run this and I can see that I have something green here that was picked up. So even without knowing what that was. Now I can go back to the Payroll Control Center front end. And I can see right now I have 4 errors. So I know I fixed one of these errors, but I haven't validated it with the administrator screen or told the system that I did anything. So this could happen if someone goes in and updates a validation rule such as HR. So even though payroll didn't interact with it, the system will dynamically update this. So I'll let this run. It takes a minute. Nope, there it goes. So now I can see without me doing anything, there's now just 3 validations that I need to look into. So if someone fixes something on ESS where employee updates their own bank account, let's say, that will automatically be dynamically reflected here. It also works the other way around. So to showcase this, I'm going to create a new additional payment for my employee. And I'm going to make this $12,000. So I will save this. And I'm going to run my event handler report one more time. So you can see that it picked up a master data change. And what I'm expecting to happen is that I have a gross pay validation rule that tells me, hey, tell me anyone with gross pay over $10,000. And so this actually looks at payroll results to determine this. So notice I updated someone's employee master data, but I didn't rerun the test payroll or anything like that. So I didn't create test payroll data or anything. All I did was update master data as you would normally do. So I'll give this a moment to run and pick up, but once it does so, we can see that this will go from 3 errors back up to 4 because someone needs to look into that to make sure that's correct based upon the policies that I've defined. And you can see now there are 4 errors that have been identified, errors or policy deviations. And this one shows gross pay over $10,000. So I didn't have to rerun my payroll. I didn't have to do anything. So you can see how the system is automatically tracking and updating this number by itself. Thanks.